The only homicide was Ashli Babbitt. Now, was it justifiable or not? I don't know. I'm willing to give the police officer the benefit of the doubt, but I don't have anything. Normally there's an investigation. You can get a feel for what happened from the reports, and there's been nothing. Speaking of Capitol Hill, we had the fake debate about the Pelosi Commission, as I call it, not the January 6th Commission. It's the Pelosi Commission. It would have been a commission set up by Schumer and Pelosi to target and harass and try to criminalize their political opposition using January 6th as an excuse to do so, which is of course more of the same, right? Well, thankfully, the Republicans, as I described to you last week, saw the grassroots opposition to this, saw the absurdity of it and the political nature of it, and shut it down and opposed it and at least killed it for now. But one thing I've highlighted is that who needs a January 6th commission when you have Judicial Watch? And I know many of you have been concerned about the shooting death of Ashli Babbitt, a veteran who was there on January 6th, was in the Capitol. You may have seen the video by now, or at least one of the videos, where there was a group of people. There were law enforcement behind her, and it was kind of chaos. And she tried to crawl through a window to get into the House lobby, essentially. And there was a police officer on the other side who shot her. We don't know who he was. We don't know why he shot her. What was he thinking? What was the analysis of it? Was there a report of it? Who investigated it? Can you imagine a shooting of an unarmed protester in similar circumstances in any other context? And you know what I mean by that. Where we would just accept that we can't get any information. It's now, what is it? It's nearly June, right? So 6 months or so since it's happened, and we don't know the name of the officer. We don't have any details about the shooting. And she's the only person who died in that riot directly. Officer Sicknick, who Judicial Watch helped, Officer Sicknick, who died, they falsely said that he died as a result of being assaulted by rioters, and that wasn't the case. He died of a stroke after the disturbance. The strokes weren't tied to the riot. It was natural causes. It was determined by the Office of Medical Examiner, who we had to sue, and after we sued, he finally released the report. He said it was natural causes. And the others who died also died of natural causes. So the only homicide was Ashli Babbitt. Now, was it justifiable or not? I don't know. I'm willing to give the police officer the benefit of the doubt, but I don't have anything. Normally there's an investigation. You can get a feel for what happened from the reports, and there's been nothing. So Judicial Watch doing what Judicial Watch does. We asked the Department of the Office of Medical Examiner and the Chief Medical Examiner, I guess it's called here in Washington, D.C., and the Metropolitan Police Department for all records, including but not limited to investigative reports, photographs, witness statements, dispatch logs, schematics, ballistics, video footage, and MPD officials' electronic communications concerning the January 6, 2021 death of Ashli Babbitt in the Capitol building and its related investigation. Now, a specific request to the Chief Medical Examiner as for all records, including but not limited to autopsy reports, toxicology reports, notes, photographs, and their official communications related to her death. So the normal course of action in the police shooting is to quickly inform the public of the details. But the lack of transparency in the killing of veteran Ashli Babbitt is unprecedented and obviously political. mean, when something is going so wrong in a law enforcement investigation, it almost inevitably is because of politics, especially here in Washington, D.C. There have been so many criminal investigations of crimes that otherwise would be handled appropriately or normally, but they're almost always waylaid or corrupted or obstructed or otherwise undermined by political interference. And that we had to file a lawsuit for basic information after months and months of stonewalling is a scandal. And as I said, we're doing the work of a commission already. We have a lawsuit against the Pentagon and the U.S. Park Police for information about the deployment of troops and warnings about the January 6th protests. We filed suit against the Defense Department and about Pelosi's telephone call with the chairman and Joint Chiefs of Staff on January 8th, which, where she was attacking and trying to undermine Trump. I told you about the lawsuit for the report about Sicknick's death. And we sued the the Capitol Police Department directly for emails and videos related to the January 6th events. All those videos. Many people have complained there's thousands of hours of videos that haven't been released. Well, we're actually in court asking for them. So Pelosi runs the Capitol Hill Police Department, practically speaking. Why didn't she order them to release the documents, and the videos? Well, we know why. So Judicial Watch is in court almost a half a dozen times, half a dozen lawsuits on this. Numerous Freedom of Information Act requests, more are coming. So we don't need a commission. You already have Judicial Watch. So I'm proud that Judicial Watch is able to do that. And, I don't just say that because I'm the president of Judicial Watch, because I think as a citizen and a patriot, this work is essential to our country. And I feel strongly about that. My colleagues feel strongly about it. And I know those of you who support Judicial Watch directly and financially feel strongly about it as well.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.